Why are you always in pain and worried about money? This video reveals the truth about life. You will find that many things in this world are reversed. Here are 3 pieces of high-dimensional wisdom that contradict common thinking. If you can understand one, you are wise. If you can grasp 2, you are a master. If you can fully comprehend all 3, you are a sage. First, everything in this world is a unity of contradictions. The ancients said, "Great wisdom appears foolish, great skill appears clumsy, and the greatest sound is rarely heard." Everything has its yin and yang aspects. This does not mean that everything is dualistic, nor is it a simple case of black and white. Rather, good and evil, beauty and ugliness, and right and wrong coexist in all things. Unfortunately, most people in this world, influenced by their limited perspectives, era, and values, judge this complex and ever-changing world from their narrow point of view. Therefore, their hearts are filled with opposition, competition, comparison and struggle, leading to pain, anxiety, suspicion, and internal strife. How can we escape this suffering? It's quite simple. Don't approach things from your own perspective, but rather from a higher vantage point, looking down at the world. For example, when someone insults you, you feel humiliated because you're seeing the situation from your point of view, shaped by your current values, focusing on opposition and emotion. But from a higher perspective, you see not just you and the other person, but the past, present, and future of everyone involved. From their life experiences, you can see their anger, frustration, and insecurity. In this light, you no longer feel humiliated. Instead, you feel pity and regret. If you can understand and achieve this, congratulations. You will no longer experience much suffering. The second point will free you from confusion. The world itself is impermanent. What is an enlightened person? Enlightened means knowing that the world and everything in it are constantly changing, and thus one does not remain stuck in a static view of oneself and others, which only leads to self-inflicted suffering. The source of ordinary people's suffering often lies in their inability to accept changes in the people and things around them. For example, before getting married, many people hope to find a soulmate and believe they can rely on them for life. Or some may think that they will find someone who will love them unconditionally forever. How could that be possible? In reality, romantic relationships are wonderful and joyful. But after marriage, anxiety and pain often arise. Why? Because everything is in a state of flux, including the human heart. As your appearance, body, and income change, the relationship may work well. But if you stagnate or regress while your partner continues to improve, it is inevitable that they will become dissatisfied or leave. This is the root of your suffering. The problem lies in the expectations you had before marriage. You believed the world and human nature were unchanging, and you viewed things too idealistically. Ordinary people often worry about why they age, why people around them change, and why the world has become so complex. The truth is that impermanence is the norm, and what ordinary people consider eternal is simply self-deception. If you can understand the first 2 points, can you grasp the third? This depends on your level of insight. Ordinary people are obsessed with delusional dreams, while the wise use the laws of the universe. In the Tao Te Ching, it says, "The movement of Tao is reversal, and the use of Tao is weakness. Everything in the world is born from the tangible, and the tangible is born from the intangible." This means that all things in the world originate from visible matter, but all visible things arise from invisible forces. In the Heart Sutra, it also says, "Leave behind delusional dreams, and you will reach nirvana." The meaning is that only by distancing oneself from the illusions and meaningless pursuits in life can one reach the highest level of enlightenment. The amount of success you achieve in this world depends not on what you do, but on how much of the world's laws you understand and use. The world is reversed, but you may not know this yet. When you reach old age, you will find that many things in this world operate in reverse. The essence of this is the highest wisdom in the universe and the embodiment of the origin of all things. The development of all things goes through cycles of rising to a peak, followed by decline, and then into a state of depression. To approach the Tao, we must often go against human nature. Many times, what you think you possess may not truly be yours. Throughout life, people chase fame and fortune, but in the end, they only seek a good death, eventually reaching the final point of nothingness. But what you think of as nothing is not truly nothing, because everything you possess has gradually transformed from what once did not exist. People often focus on what they can see and ignore what they cannot see. Isn't that laughable? Existence and non-existence are mutually dependent. Without non-existence, how can there be existence? There is a hexagram called Earth over Mountain. The mountain should stand tall on the earth over mountain. The mountain should stand tall on the earth, but in this case, it willingly humbles itself below the ground. Isn't this also the principle of being human? It is the end, follow me. Your merit and energy will increase. Wishing you happiness, success in your career, and abundant wealth. Thank you for watching.